Hello and welcome to Karina Osborne, Reiki Practitioner. I am Karina Osborne and I will be doing a general reading from June 2nd to about June 15th over the new moon in Gemini, which is June 3rd. This is a general tarot reading, so please, if it resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe. And if it doesn't, but you enjoyed it, like, share, and subscribe. You can find me over at Karina Osborne Reiki Practitioner on Facebook or my group, The Witch's Corner. You can also find me on Instagram at Karina Osborne Reiki Practitioner. I do bookings for tarot, goddess circles, Reiki, and intention workshops. So if you enjoyed this reading and it's something that you would like more of, just contact me. So I have cleansed my tarot cards and the two accent decks that I will be using today. But I will give them a quick shuffle. Like I said, this is just a general reading from June 2nd to June 15th. So I asked the cards that any new moon energy that needs to come through, they allow to come through. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, and past loved ones for anyone. As well, the messages that of change and shadow work and reflection, that's what we're focusing on over this new moon, really creating that balance between all aspects of ourselves. Okay, that feels good there. So I will pull a few cards and see how that energy sits. All right. So, the first the first card from Universal Wink is the Knight of Wands. So we are ready for some positive changes in our life. We are ready to do the work that needs to be done in order to get there. And we're slowly starting to realize that when we really feel into ourselves, that we know exactly the direction we need to go, which allows us to wield not our sword, but our wand a lot better, right? So we're not creating conflict, we're actually creating harmony. So this has a lot of fire behind it, and get ready for some positive changes. All right. So I am going to ask for a clarifier for the last two cards. Oh, okay. And one more. Oh, all right. So we are definitely on a journey here. The first card that came up is Justice. Right now, you are seeking justice for yourself. You have really been looking into your inner child and realizing that they weren't nurtured the way that they needed to be nurtured. And you're looking for justice, not retribution or anything, but you want to create that justice for yourself. So you're starting to parent your own inner child, okay? And with that, you're finding the balance that you need. That sometimes your needs are maybe too much at times, and there's no fear with saying that to yourself now, because you know how to say it in a way that brings you harmony and balance. And it's not saying no forever, it's saying not right now, and that's okay. That's something that your inner child probably wasn't able to work out before, but now it can. And with this Gemini season, as well as the moon in Gemini on Wednesday, so the sun season is the sun, and our new moon is in Gemini as well, we are going to see this big balance between ourselves of our dark and light sides. We're going to start to notice that things that we may have seen as dark or undesirable attributes aren't actually that. They are the things that we needed in order to cope and get us through to where we are today. And we might be noticing that some of our light side, so some of our happier emotions, are actually hindering us. So you're going to feel this battle, this internal struggle within yourself of, I really like this aspect of myself, but how can I change it for the better for later? Allow this change to happen. Really journal around this time and allow this to just kind of flow through you so that you're not feeling this kind of inner battle. The Knight of Swords, he is ready for conflict. He is going in head first. And sometimes this energy can bring us down. It can make us not feel, it can drain our energy, basically. So go about this, finding that balance with a little bit more self-care and allowing ourselves to just really, the time to breathe. That's what I'm looking for, the time to breathe. So the third card that came up is the Eight of Swords. And again, I really feel this energy is stuck energy around how do I get there? How do I start to see that this struggle isn't just something that I'm making up, or how can I come past these obstacles that are showing themselves with the Knight of Swords? What I say here is take your blindfold off and take a look around. The universe is always going to support you. It is always going to be there for steady ground. So by taking that blindfold off and really allowing yourself to explore, that should help. The clarifier card here is just your assurance and your, I'm getting a lot of angel talk here. So with regards to, this keeps you up at night, this conflict of, how am I going to find that balance between my light and dark? And how am I going to find removing some of those light pieces so that I can find strength in those dark pieces of me, right? So I'm going to give an example of in a leadership role, in a boss. Someone might say to you, wow, you are really good with keeping people on task. However, the way that you go about it is kind of more of an authoritarian than a leader. What you need to do is harness that energy of that go get it kind of attitude and make it so that you are leading by example, okay? So with regards to what's keeping you up at night, make sure that you are sending that out to your angels and really allowing them to support you in the ways that you need to be supported, and know that they're listening, okay? They hear your worries at night, and they are listening, and they're there to help. Okay, so I did ask for clarification on this Hermit card. So we got the Hermit. Underneath that, we got the Three of Wands. And then after that, we got the Fool. So this is how I see this playing out. Is right now we've done a lot of that work that needed to get done with regards to shadow work, but we're not fully, completely all the way there. We're feeling really kind of lost in translation. Kind of where do I go from here now? And what I hear in my body right now is the message just to say, let it sit, play Hermit. Allow yourself to resonate with all these feelings, all this creativity that's coming through in this reflection, and allow it to lead where you need to go. So going back to this journaling and this justice of what does this inner child need right now, okay? Look back on your journaling and see how far you've come instead of where you need to go, all right? So with the Hermit, make sure that you're checking in on your journey. This card tells me that there's going to be a few sacrifices that need to be made. And I don't see it sacrifice. A lot of us worry that it's going to be sacrifices with family or friends, but what this sacrifice actually means is what are you willing to give up kind of socially, I guess, right now? Not with like losing friends, but with saying a little bit more no to social aspects so that you can really work on these other aspects of yourself, kind of playing hermit. And what that's going to do is allow you to kind of play the fool later and be on this brand new journey with renewed energy and renewed life. So see how he's kind of standing in the sun, really basking? That's because this work of sacrifice needed to happen, where for the first couple weeks, you're really going to need, and I think you're really going to want and crave that time to be by yourself to figure out where this is all coming from, okay? So that is the general reading. I am going to ask our angels for another message, especially with the new moon in Gemini. We're asking for a confirmation, too many cards, on what needs to come through, some angel speak for our general reading until June 15th. So these cards are not wanting to shuffle. All right. And I will just pull this one card. Romance. Okay, and I don't see this as romance with another person. This is literally self-love. Learn to romance yourself. Learn to see what that inner child needs. Find that justice for yourself and find it in a romantic way. Fall in love with you. I do see, now that this card comes up, I really have a light heart. And I see a lot of that work that needs to be done with removing kind of that negative thoughts, negative feelings within ourselves, allows us to fall deeper in love with ourselves and realize that, like, what we've been getting at ourselves for a really long time, like of I'm too much, or I'm not enough of, or this will never happen to me because is removed. This blockage is removed because you start to realize you're worthy of it, and you're falling in love with yourself. So thank you, angels, for that. That was a beautiful message. Okay, and I'm going to go to the Work Your Light Oracle deck, just from a message from Spirit Guide for the new moon in Gemini until June 15th. If Spirit Guide could give us a message, just generally on shadow work with what we need to release, or anything, general message for the people that are listening. Again, if this resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It helps my channel out a lot. And if it resonates with you on a deeper level and you'd like to book, please PM me. I will have all of my information in the description below. All right, and we're going to spread this out here. And it's this card that wants to be pulled. Yes. Just say yes. Just continue to say yes with what you're doing right now. Whatever you are doing in this moment, if it's self-discovery, if it's working on your business and that's helping you with self-discovery, say yes. Continue to say yes. You've got this. You know all the answers. This yes isn't just a say yes. It's a yes. You're on the right path. You are doing this shadow work. You are releasing these past traumas or negativities, self-doubt, thoughts, fears from your life, because you are no longer willing to live that way. You are saying yes to you. So that is your message from your spirit guides. Wow, thank you so much. What a great time. What a great message to have from your angels, from your past loved ones and everything. I hope you really enjoyed it. I am Karina from Karina Osborne Reiki Practitioner, and it was my pleasure to read for you today.